Hello, my name is Caroline Ferguson and I'm a mindset trainer and cognitive behavioural hypnotherapist. I'm a member of the Headspace crew, a group of mindset, change and well-being specialists who've come together to support organisations and teams during and after the coronavirus crisis. We're producing a series of short videos aimed at providing managers with mindset and change tools and strategies to help you while you are perhaps managing teams remotely from home or considering returning to the office in the weeks ahead. In this video, I'm going to be looking at what causes us to self-sabotage. 2,000 years ago, a Stoic philosopher called Epictetus said, "It's not the event that disturbs us so much as our view of the event." And this is still the case today. It's our beliefs about what's going on that really is where we're winding ourselves up. Now, there are 5 main themes that I've identified in terms of how we tend to self-sabotage. And we all experience some of them at some time or another, but we tend to have our favourite cocktails, our individual ways of winding ourselves up. And when we know what's causing us to feel disturbed, then we're much more likely to be able to do something about it. So I've given these 5 main ways the acronym PACES to help you remember them more easily. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the 5 PACES hotspots and describe exactly how they lead us to think, feel and behave in unhelpful ways. Below this video, you'll find a link to download a guide to your PACES. Make sure you also click subscribe to see future videos that provide tools and strategies to help you stop self-sabotaging. Now, back to PACES. The acronym stands for P for perfectionism, A for approval addiction, C stands for need for certainty, E stands for ease, which encompasses safety and security as well. S stands for self-rule, and that one is all about control. Now let's go through these one by one. The P in PACES stands for perfectionism. Of course we all want to do well, but for some of us, me included, our insistence on doing things absolutely right and our fear of failing can bring pitfalls like anxiety and procrastination. Some of the typical stories you may be telling yourself about your job right now could include, I have to be a great manager. I mustn't fail. I need to get it right first time. I have to keep delivering the best quality of work and services. They mustn't find out I don't know what I'm doing. And of course you might recognise that one as imposter syndrome. So those are some of the beliefs that we tend to have around perfectionism. What about the next of our PACES hotspots? The need for approval. Approval addiction is as much about not wanting to let other people down as it is about wanting them to think well of us. We might be holding on to beliefs like, I need people to notice and appreciate how I'm managing during this time. I mustn't let my team down. I mustn't let the management down. I have to make sure others are okay. I have to prioritise other people's needs over my own. Do you recognise any of those? The next of the PACES hotspots is a strong need for certainty. This is one that used to bite me quite badly until I learned how to nip it in the bud. The beliefs for this tend to centre around, I have to know what's happening, where it's happening, when it's happening, why it's happening, who it's happening with or for or to, and how we're going to manage. So these tend to trip a lot of people up, and especially at the moment, they're quite prevalent because we don't really know what's going to be happening. We want to know how and when and why to do things. We want to know what comes next. We want to know we're equipped with the knowledge and the kit and the resources that we need. And we want to know, most of all, that everything will turn out okay. Obviously, at the moment, there's so much uncertainty, and if we can't tolerate the discomfort of not knowing, then life's going to be quite difficult for us. The fourth of the PACES hotspots is a strong desire for ease and safety and security, and this is another one that's triggering a lot of people at the moment, because life is certainly not easy for many people right now, personally or professionally. People who have a strong need for life to be easy may believe this mustn't be too painful. The business mustn't suffer. I can't go outside my comfort zone. We have to stay safe and well. I have to know I can cope. Those are some of the typical beliefs. And finally, we have self-rule. This one is all about our need to control what's going on in our lives, and it tends to focus on 2 things, autonomy, and identity. Typical beliefs associated with self-rule might sound like, don't tell me how to manage my time. I have to maintain control. You have to do things my way. I need to assert my authority. And don't stick your nose in my business. It really is all about don't tell me what to do, but it's also about identity. At this point, we need to hang on to this feeling that we know what we're doing, and that includes our own sense of authority. So all of the beliefs I've read out for each of the 5 PACEs has something in common, and it makes them quite toxic in terms of their effect on us. It's something that triggers us into thinking, feeling, and behaving in self-sabotaging ways, and it has a negative impact on our self-worth and on our ability to cope. So what is the common denominator? All of these beliefs are demands. Must, should, have to, got to, ought to, need to. The problem with demanding, even unconsciously, that we mustn't fail, or let someone down, or stray outside our comfort zone, or lose control of a situation, is that where there's a must, there's an or else. I must do it well, or else. I mustn't disappoint you, or else. I have to know how to do this, or else it's awful. Or else I can't bear it, I can't cope. And here's the big one, or else it means I'm not good enough. Do you really think that believing something is awful, or that you can't cope, or that your value will be damaged if you don't achieve absolutely what you're demanding is going to help you? It really isn't. And these demands and or else's are largely unconscious. Mostly you're completely unaware of them. You only notice that they make you feel bad or like an imposter, and they get in the way of you taking action. The thing about holding on to a demand is that it's irrational. There is no law of the universe that says we have to get our way. And insisting on something is unrealistic and unhelpful, and mostly just leads to us winding ourselves up, and that's where the self-sabotage comes in. So in this video, I've covered the 5 main ways in which we wind ourselves up. These are our PACEs. Just as a recap, P for perfectionism, A for approval addiction, C is all about certainty, E is a need for ease, and S, that is all about self-rule, that's about control. I've introduced you to typical demand-based beliefs that you may be holding on to, and the or else's, which are the unhelpful consequences of carrying these demands around with us. I hope you've recognised some of the ways in which you sabotage yourself personally, because I truly believe that self-awareness, understanding ourselves at a deep level, is the key to living life successfully and to having a successful career. And why is self-awareness so key? Because if we can't hear what's going on in our heads, we can't change it. I hope you found this video useful and that you've learned something about your own PACES hotspots. In a future video, I'm going to provide you with 3 empowering questions that you can ask yourself in any situation in which you feel you've lost control, any situation in which you feel uncomfortable or disturbed, and asking yourselves those 3 questions will help to deepen your self-awareness and provide you with solutions in the moment to help you regain control of yourself. So that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe and also share the link with your colleagues and the HR team in your organisation. And remember, the link to download your guide to your PACEs is below this video. If you'd like to talk to me or to one of my team members in the Headspace crew about how we can help you and your organisation through these challenging times, or to help you plan how to support your employees in future in terms of their mindset, their well-being and their response to change, then please do get in touch to arrange a chat. My details are on the screen now, or you can reach me on LinkedIn at Caroline Ferguson Mindset Trainer. Thank you for watching. See you soon.